Dumpy Don, what's happening? Welcome to the party. You ready for some LeetCode, man? I am not ready just yet. But I'm about to be ready. Here we go, here we go. All right, man. Daily problem, right? Wait, are we ready yet? Farah the artist. How you doing? How are you this evening? I'm doing all right, man. I'm ready to do a little bit of algorithms. All right. Daily problem says number of steps to reduce a number in binary representation to 1. Given the binary representation of an integer as a string s, return the number of steps to reduce it to 1 under the following rules. If the current number is even, you have to divide it by 2. If the current number is odd, you have to add 1 to it. It is guaranteed that you can always reach 1 for all test cases. Is this easy? That sounds easy, man. So, I guess the length is 500. So I'm just going to look at, wait, how do I shift? Let me think. I'm just going to look at the last character. If it's a 1, that means it's even. If it's a 0, it means it's odd. And then to divide, we'll just pop back. And then to add 1, I have to figure out how to add 1 to it. I guess this is binary add 1. Hepta5, how you doing? Hey, thank you for always saying that every single stream. What company has asked this question? Who knows, man? Maybe one of your companies. Convert to integer. Dumpy Don, I don't think you can convert this to an integer because the length of the string is 500 and an integer will only be of length 32, at least a 32-bit integer. So it's not something that you can just convert to an integer. Maybe there's some tricks to do it that way, but I think if it's even, which means the last character is a 0, do we just pop back? Yeah, I think we can just pop that 0 off. Basically, it's asking us to implement add 1 to a binary string. You know, that's the problem here. Just do add 1 to binary. I guess we can implement that, man. How do I sandbag work before I quit? Oh man, it sounds like you've been sandbagging for like the last 2 years, Hepta5. All you gotta do is use AI for everything, right? Sir Lord Good, what's happening? Simon, do you make a habit of doing LeetCode every day? I do not. I only do LeetCode on stream. So my schedule is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So definitely not an everyday type of LeetCode guy right now. Maybe if I was preparing for an interview, I'd probably prep every day, but I'm not. Sounds a bit recursive by nature. I think you could probably solve it with recursion, but I'm not. I don't really want to try and do that. I don't think we need to use recursion here. I think, well, are you thinking of recursion because we have these two choices and then you just do either one of them? But we don't really have two choices. We only have one choice. Because depending on the number, even or odd, we only explore one path. We don't actually explore both paths at the same time. But let me try to solve this problem. We need to add one digit. So I'll just make that function. I'll call it add one. And should I make a copy? I don't know. I'll just take the string. So we add one to a string. How do we add one, man? Let me think about that. So I guess we'll go from right to left. Jeez. And add, basically just add one. How do we go from right to, man, I have two S's. Should I name this something else? T. I got two N's. This is gonna be confusing, man. I'm gonna just use len. And then I'll iterate from the back to the front. It's these math problems that give me trouble. I've been practicing them all day. Well, I've been practicing them a lot lately. Yeah, math problem gives me trouble too, man. Leet Whale, what's happening? How you doing, man? Welcome to the party. I'm trying to remember how to add one to a binary. You know, write that add one function. So I went from right to left, and pretty much, do I need a carry? And I'm just gonna be like, what am I gonna be like? I guess I just add one, right? So t at I minus 0, that's the value of the digit, and then I add one to it. Wait, how do I add one, man? Did I just say we have one carry, and then let me think. I hear Codeforces takes the math to a whole nother level. Yeah, perhaps. I've never really done Codeforces because I hear the same thing, man. It's a little bit mathy. So add the one. I guess if the new bit is greater than 1, then we got a carry. Is that what we do? Oh, maybe this should be new bit plus 0. And then we have to reverse it. Liquid Surya, how you doing? And Little Pixel, what's poppin'? Hope you had a great day. Glad to see you leasing it up. Yeah, it's been a good day, man. I had a great day, actually. I think this might be able to solve it. Steven Sagiball, what's poppin', man? What's going on over there? Are you upset or something, man? I've heard some rumors on Reddit that LeetCode hired some problem writers from code forces and they're making the LeetCode problems harder, but I can't confirm. Yeah, I think a lot of people probably suspect something like this is going on, especially in the last year, man. The LeetCode problems have just been not that great. Not that great meaning I think they're too difficult for what LeetCode is supposed to be. There have been some easier contests recently. Yeah. Maybe they're now realizing that they've pushed it too far or something. I don't know. But yeah, the last couple contests I was able to do pretty okay. And I think based on how many problems I've done and how much I've studied, man, I think if I struggle on a LeetCode contest that's supposed to be meant for like interview prep, I think it probably means the contest is a little bit too hard. Because man, I put a lot of hours in. I'm not like a competitive programmer or anything, but when it comes to interview problems, I've done so many. And maybe they just need to tone it down a little bit on the contests. But it seems like that's what they're doing recently, huh? I had a problem yesterday that was graph theory and combinatorics, and I was like, bro, what the hell? Yeah, I don't know much graph theory or combinatorics. Q Ultimus, what's poppin'? Alright, let me do this thing. So we're gonna say reduce a number until reduce it to 1. So we're gonna be like reduce it to 1. Wow, s not equal to 1. Then we need how many steps? Can I just do it like this, man? If s dot back is even, we can pop it. That's basically dividing by 2 when we do this. It's like shifting right, pretty much. So all the numbers get chopped in half. All the bit values get chopped in half. But then if it's odd, they want us to add 1. Well, yeah. And then that's it, man. We just keep a count of how many times we've done something. And this hopefully passes. We'll see. Maybe I overlooked something. Kettle Bear, what's happening? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. User is not authenticated. What are they talking about, man? Did they ban me? Did they? You think they banned my account, man? Wait, it logged me out, man. It's crazy. I see you up in tight blazer, topping those charts. Oh, who? Q, not me, man. Alright, let's see. Add 1, do all that stuff. Let's see if that passes. Am I gonna one-shot this, or is there bugs in my code? There's bugs in my code. Must be some funky stuff going on here, right? I wish Q was my dad. What? Don't we all wish Q was our dad? Oh, snap. Oh, I see what's happening. So my new bit, I don't actually put my new bit to what it should be then. So what should be 0? Yeah, it should be 0. Alright, that one was easy, but I had a bug. I forgot to set my new bit to 0. I guess we could have done this an easier way, because this is just like mod 2, right? But is it? Let me see. Am I tripping? I'm tripping. Well, maybe it's not exactly that. Well, there's some way you can do that, man. Maybe I need the bit as a digit, and oh, you need to set the carry to. Right. So I'll just leave it like this. Maybe this is why I always choose to do it like this, because it's a lot easier for me to follow. Alright, what's next? What should we do? What do you guys want to do, man? You guys want me to do virtual contests, or you want to do some Leet rooms, or what? Virtual contests. Let's do something I have in mind. I don't know about all that, man. I'll hear you out, but I'm not committing to anything that you got in mind without hearing it first. Yeah, speak. Let's see which virtual contest I last did. I'm a little nervous. Yeah, well, I think we all are. Dang, look at that. 4 out of 4. So 473 would be the next one. Do you have any advice on getting a sweet junior job right now? Sir Lord Good. Right now, I don't know if you want to take advice from somebody like me who hasn't looked for a job in like 5 years, 6 years maybe, and someone who is definitely not been a junior in a long time either. But I think I would, if I was a junior, depends on my skill sets or what I want to do or what I've done already. But if you're just asking what general advice, I don't know, man. I'd say if you want a top tech company, there's no ways besides LeetCode. But like, how do you even get that interview to like show off your LeetCode skills? I'm not sure about that. Maybe I'd try and do some open source contributions to see like what it's like to work on a team, or learn like that flow, software development flow with other people. That's something that is hard to practice on your own if you've never worked for a company. But maybe you can get some type of experience like that if you regularly contribute to open source. And I know a few people have gotten interviews because of their open source contributions, especially if like you, I'm not saying to just contribute to some random open source project, but maybe something that is used at companies that you want to work at, you know. Alright, Q Ultimus wants to do Type Racer. I'm really not sure what I would do if I was a junior. Maybe I'd just be building stuff on my own. But then how do you get money? I'd just be hustling, perhaps. I don't think that's good advice to give somebody, though, because it's very risky. Alright, here we go. Type Racer. First race is the warm-up. Second race is the championship round. I get to the next stage with companies, but then there's like, well, get back to you in 2 months. What do you mean the next stage with companies? Like you interview once with them, you do a technical interview, and then they ghost you? Where do you get ghosted? I think depends on where you get ghosted is probably will let us know what you have to adjust. Alright, dang, lots of guests in here today, man. If you guys got accounts, you should log in. Here we go. First race is the warm-up. Second stage, or second, man. Talking about second stage. Second race is the championship round. Like stage 2, like past the phone screen. So you pass the phone screen, but then you don't get towards the technical. Yeah, recruiter call or technical phone screen. Because if you can't pass the recruiter call, that means you gotta work on your pitch, your elevator pitch. Maybe work on, like, practice some basic socializing with random people in corporate world type skills. You just gotta feed them bullshit on the recruiter call is just kind of checking that you know what, like you got a little common sense about the corporate world and you have the right things to say. You should have good answers for the phone screen, the recruiter call. No, I have passed 5 recruiter calls and I get to the next step. Yeah, then you get to the phone screen where you have to do one problem. Alright, if you're getting ghosted after the phone screen, I think that means you need to brush up on your technical skills. Especially if it's a LeetCode phone screen type thing. And you know you're not that great at LeetCode, or I don't know if you are or you aren't. I'm just saying. Alright, here we go. Championship race, man. Lots of guests. Do other non-IT CS careers require? I don't know. Alright, that was a 101 for Q Ultimus. I was going real slow on that one, man. Alright, Q Ultimus. Very nice. Very nice. Type Racer leaderboards are coming to an end, man. I don't know how much longer this thing is gonna last. Why can't I do good in second race? Yeah. Hell is this text? Yeah, I don't even know what that text was, man. I got me an escalator pitch, yeah? What? Alright. Hey, Steven Sagibald, you never said your idea, did you? You did not. Okay. What are we saying? You guys seen Type Blazer? You don't see my latest updates? We got infinite mode, man. Kind of works. I don't know if I'll... It's too much to type, man. You got an idea for your next projects? I do. I have many projects that I have lined up. What if we all start talking in Braille? I don't know what kind of question that is, man. So I got, this is my new mode, infinite mode. You can choose top 500 words, top 200 words in a dictionary, top 1,000, top 2,000. You can also choose a training set of words that are supposed to be like really good words, 200 really good words for training to get faster at typing. What else did I add? I guess the same thing here, dictionary mode, training, or whatever. Little daily challenge that shows you how many more attempts you have. There's the daily, you can see the passage. Anyways, that's a little quick type Blazor update for you. All this UI done with Claude. Mostly, I'd say 95%. I use some Chat GPT and maybe something else. How are you persistent state? I have a Superbase database, Captain Planets. What's up? Alright, should we do contest? Which one was it? 473. That's what we got to do right now. So anybody who wants to do 473. Dang, this was a sponsored contest. That means it must be really hard. Well, you never know. Alright, there's the link, and I'll begin. Remove zeros in decimal representation. You are given a positive integer n. Return the integer obtained by removing all zeros from the decimal representation of n. I'll convert it to a string. It's a long. Oh, geez. Can I do that? Yeah. So if it's a 0, continue. Otherwise, build it there. And then now, string to LL. Is that a thing, man? Can I use that? We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 1. Send it. Too easy for Q1. Q2. Maximum alternating sum of squares. You are given an integer array nums. You may rearrange the elements in any order. The alternating score of an array is defined as squared minus square plus square minus square, and so on. Return an integer denoting the maximum possible alternating score of nums after rearranging its elements. This is just a take it or leave it. I'd say maximum score, and then 100,000 elements from minus 40,000 to positive 40,000. So we need longs for sure. Yeah, I think I'll just do take it or leave it, where no, not take it or leave it. Alternating, what does that mean, man? First, like, I'm thinking, how many positives, how many negatives will that mean? That will always mean half and half. And if it's an odd number, then it's +1 more positive. So maybe that's our targets, and we gotta choose. But then if I did a take it or leave it like that, is that gonna be good enough? I'm not sure. No, let me think. I don't think DP take it or leave it is the right thing I should be exploring. Maybe there's some type of greedy approach where I can just sort, and then I take, since we can rearrange in any order, we can just give the biggest. Ooh, but it's negatives, and negatives that get squared turn positive. So then maybe what we want to do is take the highest absolute values, the top k or top half absolute values minus the. Alright, I think that's it. Let me implement that. Right? I think that for sure is it, man. What are we doing? Sorts by absolute value. I saw Brett do that last time. I like it. How do we sort by absolute value? I don't know. I have to pass in my own sort function here. Like something like this. Wait, what am I doing, man? Like that. So left hand side, right hand side, ABS. That's it, huh? And then now that many positives, and then that many negatives. So maybe I actually want to do reverse sort, or I can just send right hand side is less than. No, how do we do that? I'm gonna just hit them with the R, and then that should be all right. So now I'm going to just iterate until positive, and then this will be the sum, and then we add these, so it will just be nums I times nums I. And this is a trap, man, because I would overflow here if I didn't know any better. You gotta cast these to a long, or at least one of them to a long, since it's vector ints. I hope that's the only long that I missed. We'll see. And then now I subtract the negatives. I'll just do a long again for safety. Is that it, man? I hope so. So 12 and 16. What do we got? 4? Dang. And 0. Something ain't right. Let me just double check this. So it's positive, negative, positive. So that's 3 elements. That means 2 are positive. 1 is negative. If it's 4 elements, we got even. If it's 5 elements, we got 3 and 2. So this is saying if it's odd, we add 1 to the positive. Oh, come on, man. It's starting in the wrong place. This should be starting at n over 2. Or maybe I should just start from... No, wait. I mean, I see the bug, man. How do I do this? Should I just go from the back? Or should I figure out the right position to start at here? Maybe I'll just go from... Alright, I think we just start at positive. And then we'll go until the end, I suppose. I hope that's right. 16... 12, is that right? 12, 16. I like how that looks. Let me just to check for longs and some long. I'm gonna send it, man. Here we go. Too easy. Q3. Stable subarrays with equal boundaries and interior sum. Digital Drummer J, what's happening? Welcome. Wait, stable subarrays with equal boundary and interior sum. You're given an integer array capacity. A subarray from capacity LR is considered stable if its length is at least 3. The first and last elements are equal to the sum of all elements strictly between them. That is, capacity L is equal to capacity R, which is equal to all the things in between them. I see, not including the ends. Return an integer denoting the number of stable subarrays. Is this some type of prefix sum that they want here? Let me think about that. Doing some bourbon encoding. Doing some bourbon? What does that mean, man? What do you mean you're doing it? I guess I asked you how you're doing. Alright, let me think about this Q3. So, alright, immediately I'm thinking about prefix sums, but I'm not sure how to apply it yet, or if it's actually prefix sums. Time will tell. Basically, we're looking for prefix, and then, man, how are we gonna do it? This probably sounds tricky. Well, drinking it and doing some coding. I see, doing some coding and drinking some bourbon, right? This one is tricky, but for sure, we're talking about prefix sums, and maybe we need to remember, maybe it's like a combination of prefix sums and two sums. Maybe we need to remember all of the same integers that we've seen in the past and look at all their locations and figure out if the prefix sums are good. Hey, maybe this is one of those where we have to merge the keys. I did this one recently that Brett also showed me, to use a tuple as the key. So maybe, let me think, maybe we'll have a tuple of the sum and the current number, so we can know the exact prefix sum. Yeah, I'm gonna try something like that, man. It's a little bit funky to think about, but I believe we can solve it. Let me think about what I'm doing. I need some type of map with some type of key. Well, it's maybe not, maybe pair long, pair int for the number and long for the sum. So should I call this pill? So we're mapping a pill to a count of how many times it appears. Yes, I will try this. How many times that pair of int long appears, and then we add that to our answer. Yes. So we start from 0, and then we need to find our target. Well, this is our running sum. So man, I'm gonna struggle with off by ones here, but I do believe this technique will lead me to the promised land. Maybe initially we can put into our map. Well, maybe we don't want anything in our map initially because we need we can't start at the beginning since we need a left anchor in the capacity or whatever. Alright, so here we go. What's our target that we're looking for? The target is going to be basically the sum, right? Because wait, what am I thinking? The target is the number, the current number that we're at. No. Yes, it is the current number. Let me think. It's not if L is equal to R and this is supposed to be equal to L and R, then the target that we are looking for is, I suppose, it's going to be double the capacity. I don't know yet. This is where I'm going to struggle with off by ones. This question is kind of nuts. I kind of imagine solving this in an interview. Yes, I think this question is a little bit hard. So then we're looking for the current number and also this, I think. So that's our target. And then if we find that key, I have to put our current things in the map now. So our current key would be the current number that we're on and our running sum. But man, I think, do we have to add our sum here? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we do that, but I'll do it and then I'll see what we come up with here. This is really confusing me. And I think I need to figure out my off by ones. So I'm just going to increment this value. And we'll see how close we are. Ooh. Capacity. I'll just change that to nums, man. Two, 0, 2. All right. So this one, the only thing should be I need to do some debugging here. I want to find my nums I. Wait, what do I want here? I nums I and target. Maybe. So I'm only supposed to well, man, let me see out one more thing. Got him. So 2 times it's triggering. Once with the 3 at I equal 3, where nums I is 0. Okay, so it's looking for the 0. I see. I forgot one thing. Its length is at least 3. That is something that I need to figure out how to do. I guess I will only insert them after 2 times or something. Maybe I'll use a Q or something. Pending. This is kind of weird, man. I'll just call it Q. And I won't insert it immediately. What I'll do is I'll push it to our queue, and then there's a queue.front, and I'll increment it like this right here. We'll see if that works, man. That's a little funky. It's a little funky. Slow coder, what's happening? How you doing? Alright, I've messed up. So I got one to work, and then I messed up this other one now. I'm gonna be struggling with the off by ones, man. Alright, so for this one, where's the 2 things? This whole thing is 1, and then 333 is also another 1. So I'm able to pick up on this one here, like the last one. Nums I, and nums I is 9, and the target is the target 9, man. Let me try some things here. I don't know how to deal with this. I feel I'm pretty close, but it's hard to know where I'm going wrong. Maybe I'm inserting, maybe I'm adding too soon. Maybe I should add like after. No. Alright, let me just step through and try and figure out where it's breaking down, like where my logic is breaking down. Alright, so we want to pick up this index at index 4 when we're at that 3. Right now, our target is 12. Is that what we're really looking for? Our target right here should be like 3, I think. So 12, 15. So this whole thing is 18. All right, let me start making some notes. We got 9. These are my prefix sums. 9, 12, 15, 18, and then 27. So when we're at this 18 here, we're looking for another 3. And the 3 should be right there. Let me print out some more things real quick. Let's see. Oh, Jesus. What is it saying, man? I can't do that? Thought this was a pair. And they don't like me. Oh, it's that weird pair int. What was it? Pair int. So this would be pill. I forget what those things are, man. Let me see if that works. Just to view the map. Hold up. Ah, jeez. Sorry for the LeetCode thinking interruption. Alright, championship race, type blazer. Let's go right now, man. How much time? We got time. We got time. Thank you very much, Ricky Wong. It's good to take a little break when I'm that deep in the weeds. There's only one thing in the map. So maybe it's because this doesn't even get put into the map, man. Oof, was that it? Alright. Championship race. 45 seconds. We're good, we're good. Should I send this? 1, 2, 0. I'm gonna send it, man. Too easy out here. Look at that. That's crazy. That's only because Brett taught me that thing a few days ago, like last week. I would have gotten that. I'm gonna AK this one? I don't think so, man. That was pure luck, that problem. Alright, championship race. I adjusted the countdown, so the actual countdown begins at 0, 0. Can you walk through the solution? Yeah, I'll try to after. It's a little confusing though. These dang numbers, man. Dang. Hey, who's that? Is that Q? I gotta put the names back up there. They're like hiding off to the right, but I have something that should put them back into the progress bar so we can see. Maybe 1969. Nice. Yeah. That one was a pretty difficult passage, I think. Hey, who's the sharks? I think I'm one of the sharks. Epitome 87 is the faster shark, though. I forgot which ones I had. I have the dang 3D glasses on. Ricky Wong always crushing us, yeah. Super fast. I forgot to save changes after buying everything and going back to capybara glasses, yeah. Yeah, everyone's got too many avatars. Alright, thank you very much, Ricky Wong, for reminding us about the championship race. All right, there's a daily challenge too if you guys want. 11 of us have done it today. Hey, Farara, the artist. I see you out there, man. Good job. All right. Where is this one? You want me to go over this problem? This problem is basically a prefix sums and a Captain Planets. Do you know what prefix sums are? If you don't know what prefix sums are, I don't think this is the right problem to try and explain prefix sums to you. Alright, so you do know prefix sums. So it's just prefix sums and like merging it together with a key or something. Man, how can I explain this? This using this map with this pair int long. In the pair, the first int represents we're looking for all of the previous occurrences of the current character. So if we're at this 9 up here, we're looking for a 9 in the past. But we're not just looking for any 9. We're looking for a 9 that also happens to have a prefix sum of the same number in between the numbers, you know? Look at you using tuple keys. Brett, I was just saying, man, if you didn't show me this like a few days ago, I wouldn't have been able to solve this problem. But the key thing is a really great trick, and I'm so happy I know this technique now because it's obvious when I need to use it, I think. Like when I have a bunch of candidates on their own, and I just need to like cross-reference them to make sure it's on this list and that list. It's great for that. Captain Planets, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, man. How lost are you on a scale of 1 to 10 right now? So that's like the 5. Oh dang, that's not bad, I guess. So that's like the gist of the problem for me though. It's just, which pills are we taking? We're taking all of them, especially, what do you call it? Dietary fiber pills are trending these days. Kind of understand, right? Yeah, pair int long. That is the pill. That's my favorite pill, yeah. This is the first time I've taken this pill, man. Usually I use PIIs or PPs or something. Alright, the next part of this was like the length is at least 3. So I don't know if this is the right way to do it. I used a Q here. And basically it's like a delayed, I'm delaying adding something into our map to do the lookup. So I wait until it's at least like 3 elements away before I insert it to the map. So that when we look in the map, we're not finding things that are too close. So those are the 2 techniques I think I needed to solve this problem. A tuple key, or in my case, a pair int long key, and then the delayed addition into the map. That's how I did mine. Alright, let's take a look at Brett's. Some Python magic. Pairwise the capacity. That's every 2's. Wait, I guess this is our sum. Wait, why are you doing the pairwise? So that it's distance 3. So the target is that. And W is... Oh, I see what you're saying, man. Yeah. Man, how do you come up with these things and not deal with off by ones? I think this problem I struggle with the off by ones for sure. Because I want to look up the next one before I put the current one in. Yeah. It's clever. Steven Sagaball, what you saying, man? You're here? You are here. Alright, this... Hey, BetSim, what are you talking about? What is this thing? int 642. Wait, what is this, man? Or I guess this is like you're just making some alias for this. A map. You can do this, I guess. I guess so. But I guess this is functioning the same as what I did, right? With the pill. I guess yours would just have 2 int64s instead of just the one long. He's using array instead of pair. Right, except you didn't use the pair. I guess using an array is supposed to be more performant than the pair? Or is it roughly the same in this case? Why do you do all this crazy stuff, man? Is this just because of habits, or is this like is there a particular reason you do this? The static cast and whatnot. I mean, at work I'd do something like this, man, but on LeetCode I'm not that careful with things, you know. Didn't realize array could be used as key. Q Ultimus, I think it can only be used as a key in a map and not an unordered map, because I guess the unordered map is hashing and then the map is some type of tree underneath. I forget, man. I know Brett taught me about maps and stuff one time. I don't really remember how they're built under the hoods. I'm pretty sure it's some type of tree under there though. An unordered map is like the linked list thing, where like you hash or you mod something and then you put them in the bucket with the linked list connected to it or something like that. Anyways, I don't really know what I'm talking about. Wait, let me see. All right. I can't make sense of it, but I think I get the idea of what's going on here. You know, this is for the length 3 thing, and then there's how many things in there. But then if it's, where's the LPS, man? How do you read these variables? They're so crazy. Oh, it's right here. Left prefix sum. Wait, I put Brett's solution into an LLM and it's been thinking for the past 5 minutes trying to parse it out. Which LLM, man? It's kind of crazy. Alright, what do we got next? GLM 5. Isn't that supposed to be a decent one? Base of the math is just the inclusive subarray AL to AR. Works if AL equal AR and prefix sum R minus 1 minus, yes. I can't, yeah. I see it, man. It's just, dang, dealing off by ones. Tough for this one. Alright, should I even try Q4? Wait, I'm not in the contest thing. Here it is. I don't know if I should even attempt Q4. Yes. LeetWhale says yes. LeetWhale has a good gauge of my abilities, so maybe that means I have a chance. Alright, you are given, wait, count distinct subarrays divisible by k in sorted array. You are given an integer array nums sorted in non-descending order and a positive integer k. A subarray of nums is good if the sum of its elements is divisible by k. Return an integer denoting the number of distinct good subarrays of nums. Subarrays are distinct if their sequences of values are. For example, there are 3 distinct subarrays in 1, 1, 1, namely 1, 1, 1, and 1, 1, 1. Ooh. I need to read it one more time. So we have array nums sorted in non-descending order and a positive integer k. Subarray is good if the sum of its elements is divisible by k. Return an integer denoting number of distinct good subarrays. Alright. Divisible by k. So we do the sum, we do the mod thing, and we keep track of the mods in our prefix sum. But how do you know if they are distinct, man? I'm not sure if I understand what they mean by that. Let me just look at some examples. Let me start with example 1. 1, 2, 3, k equals 3. How many subarrays are divisible by 3? We got 1, we got 2, and then we got just 3. Yes. Yes, those are distinct. But this one will show us what they really mean by distinct. So how many subarrays are divisible by 6? We got 1, we got 2, but these are all the same. 2, 2, 2. And then we have like 12. So how do I stop getting 2, 2, 2s? Let me think about that for a little bit. Because without the distinct thing, I'm pretty sure I can do it quite easily. It's almost a standard prefix sums problem, except with like modulo k. Like you're storing the mod k's instead, right? But with the distinct amount of subarrays, I'm not sure how to proceed. So I have to give it some more thoughts, man. Alright, once we find one subarray that's like this, do we... Man, is there some type of crazy hashing algorithm that we can do? Kind of like string hashing or rolling hash, and then we can find out if the elements are equal based. I don't know any rolling hash though, man, so it's like I'm not trying to learn it right now either. Cheeto Worlds, what's happening? This is a 2-pointer, right? I'm trying to get good at this. I'm not certain what this is. I can't solve it yet. I'm just trying to brainstorm what it could be, but I do think it's some sort of prefix sum pattern, not the 2-pointer. But maybe it's a 2-pointer because, like I said, I don't really know how to solve it yet. How do I know if it's distinct, man? It has to be some type of rolling hash. You're capable of solving this. Alright, it maybe rolling hash is one way, but it sounds like there's another way to solve it. Let me think some more. How do we get distincts, man? We could keep could convert it to a string? No. I could. No, because too many substrings and it's gonna time out. Maybe there's a trick. Once We get to 6. Mod 0. We look at mod 0. Find the beginning. And how do we stop it from finding it again? Now it's 2. We're looking for a mod 2. We find one right there. But we already have it, you know? Man, Leet Whale, I think you're misguiding me, man. I don't know if I am capable. Oh, it's sorted, Leet Whale. All right, thank you for giving me a small reminder of information that I should already know. Let me focus in on that. Yeah, help a brother out. Thank you for the help, Leet Whale. Simon, come play Pal World. I played that game when it first came out, and I haven't gone back to it since. But there's been a lot of updates to it, man. I don't think I'm ready to jump back into a game like that right now, though. All right. Sorted in non-descending order. So that means... What does that mean? Non-descending order. Look up sliding window. I don't know, man. Let me think about the problem, Cheeto Worlds. So sorting is some way that we can probably not have the duplicates. If it's sorted, do we just skip numbers that we've already seen, or if we're on a current number and we've already had something that starts with that number, then we should, I don't know yet. Do you have any regrets in your life? Man, for sure. But I can't think of any specific ones right now, man. Quit trolling, dog. Captain Planets, what you talking about? Seems like while your brain is rotting. Alright, 222. Alright, let me step through this. Maybe something will pop out to me. You're talking to Steven Saggyball. Alright, here we go. So we're here. Let me type in the prefix sums as well. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's the prefix sums. So we're going through. This mod 6 is 0. We see a 0 here, so that means we can add 1. But now that we've added this one, how do we know that now this one is already there? So we add the 2, and then we just skip everything that starts with 2 after that. Let me try that, man, because I know that's how we did it for a threesome. I'm gonna try that. So, alright, prefix sums, man. Yeah. where we're gonna put in this prefix sums. The prefix sum and the count of how many of them are there. So now I'm iterating through and keep a running sum long so it doesn't overflow. Well, first I need to prep my prefix sums by putting 0 as 1, occurs one time. And now the mod is sum mod k. And then we're looking for that in our thing. What are we looking for, man? We're looking for this. Maybe we do something else here, I'm not sure. Maybe we don't continue, actually. Geez. What do we put in here? We put the mod here? Like that? Maybe here is like where we skip like while j equal I plus 1. All right, let me try whatever craziness this is and see where we get with this. Hey, what's happened? The croissants, hello. And Coder, who knows what's happening? All right, 3, 2. I got 3, and I got 1, so not quite right. The 3 is easy because there are no repeats, but this one is funky, man. I only pick up on one of them. I see. I think I see, man. So how, all right. I think I see why it's 1. So I'm not picking up this subarray, but I'm picking up this one, and then I skip all the way to the end. But that's not right. I need to figure out a way to pick up all of these. Cheeto Whirls. Hold up. I'm just trying to solve the problem without taking too many hints. That's why I'm not really reading what you guys are saying. If it looks like you're trying to tell me, you know, like how to solve it, because it kind of spoils the problem for me if you give me the answers. So that's why I'm not really looking. I don't even know. If I see something that looks like a hint that I don't want, I don't even read it, man. But don't you worry. It's all good. I'm just trying to use my brain out here to figure out what we can do. So I think this is not right, but maybe it's not completely wrong. Maybe there's something that I'm missing. I don't know how to prevent the duplicates, man. So this is gonna be a mod 6 is 0, but so is this one. We don't want 3 3s or 3 2s. Alright, if I did not do this, I'll get a bunch of duplicates. 5. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. How do you prevent those duplicates, man? Alright, Leet Whale. I'm not sure if I got the techniques, man. You gotta give me a little hint. A little one. Wait. You said something about... I think you already gave me a hint, and I completely forgot to think about the sorted thing. Bob 24 Moraine. How you doing? Pair of summon mod as key, maybe. Let me think about that, man. How would the pair of sum be in the key, though? Because it's not like we're looking for a particular sum. You think I should remove the numbers in my name? Man, I don't know. I think you should follow your heart, man. If you really want those numbers in your name, you should keep them. Alright. They are sorted in non-descending order, so it's only going to grow as we get bigger. So maybe I can count how many, like, what's the current streak? I don't know. I don't know, man. I think I might give up on this problem and see how they do it. Sorted in non-descending order. Little Pixel, thank you very much for the hydrates. Cheers. Non-descending order. Binary search? Can we think of a way to use binary search here? I don't think I can. Can we binary search on the answer? Not sure. Liquid Surya, were you able to solve this problem? Oh, here comes the Leet Whale, man. Oh, big paragraph. Dropping the knowledge bombs. Alright, there are a couple of ways to approach this. If you have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and k equals 4, you have 3 distinct good subarrays. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. If you use the standard algo for counting good subarrays without removing duplicates, how many times does 2, 2 get added when it shouldn't be added? How many times does... I see what you're saying, man. But I don't know how many times. Let me think about it. How many times does it get added? If you solve this, Elite Whale would be very happy. Don't give up. Yeah, I think Elite Whale is trying to guide me. Elite Whale does a great job at like getting you to the next step without telling you everything, man. Not just Elite Whale. There's lots of people that do great at this. But I just want to call out Elite Whale right now because he's been so consistent with it. Alright, 2-2. 2-2-2. So how many times does 2-2 get added? It would, alright, in this one it would get 1, 2, 3 times. So once we find 1, man, I don't know. I mean, I know how many times it gets added because I can count them, but what is the formula to figure that out is what I'm trying to think about. So 2-2 gets added once there, and then one more time there if it was just like k equals to 4 for this small part. So it gets added like... Man, I can't put it together what we need to do. So if we find 2 of them, then it gets added like 3 times. 2 extra times. 1, 2 extra times. And then if it gets added like a 3 like this, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it gets added like 4 extra times. So you're saying like we just count it like regular, but then we'll know how many times based on what though? Like the streak of 2s? Then we can figure out how many duplicates we counted. Huh. Yes. That trips me up though, Elite Whale, because how do we even know? How do you even know that it's gonna be a duplicate? Because it's sorted. And I guess this is one of those things where I just have to trust that it works, because I'm trying to figure out like what if they're not all the same number, man, and it's like 1 2 3 or 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 3, but maybe because it's sorted, the only way we can get a duplicate is if all of the numbers in them are the same. Work through an example. Man, I just worked through like 5 examples. All right, here we go. Let's say k equals 4, right? Or k equals 2. K equals 2 sounds all right. So 1, 2, we'll find this one, and we'll say like our streak of 1s is 1, but then I guess if the current numbers streak is above it's like k over nums I, that's like the minimum streak we need. So like right here, every streak of 2 would be a unique in this, like in this one where it says 1, right? And if we get a streak of 4, that means, man, Leet Whale, I give up. I give up, man. I don't want to do this anymore. Is it this min streak thing? It feels like it, but I don't know how to prove, or I don't know how to implement. It's like this one, the min streak of 2, it would just be 1. That's all we need, just one of them. So how do we stop from counting so many? We have, like, how many extra ones are we gonna have here, man? Because each of these, let me make it a little bit smaller. Each of these would be good. 2, 2, 2, and 2, 2, 2. So 2 gets added. Wait, you got 2. Then it would be like, right? So we do 2, then we go here. The next 2 is there. Then we get 2, 2. Then we go here. Then like another 2 by itself, and then it will be another 2, 2, and then 1, 2, 2, 2. So how many extra times? This one gets the size -1 extra times. This one gets, I think I'm starting to see it, man, but I can't put everything together right now, unfortunately. Like, how do I count that up? So I have the total answer and I have how many extras in there. So every time we find one of these, man, I have to ask, is it an extra? So I have to count the streaks as well, yeah? And these numbers are all positive, so I'm gonna be like, if this is equal to the current number, then we can increment our streak. It's too much for me. Based on the streak, then I'm gonna say min streak. I don't know. K divided by nums I minus 1. So and that's, we can figure out how many extras we get. So in this case, it will be a streak of 3. Min streak is 1. So how many extras we have? 1, 2, 3. Let me add some more numbers just to like see what's up, man. All right, if we had this 6 2s in a row, k equals 4. That's so much shit. So let me write all the things on. We got 2, 2. That first one. Then we got 2, 2, 2, 2. But no, we also have 2, 2. One more 2, 2. Then we got the 4. Then we got I think this would be how many, man? So here we got 6 2s in a row for the streak. And our min streak in this case would be 4 divided by 2, and that's equal to 2. So how can we say that we have 4 extra based on our streak of 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 total is what we'll find here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. No. 1. No. Hold on. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Man, I'm confusing myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got those 5, yeah? And then we got 1. And then we got 3. 1, 2, 3. And then that's it. So we got 2 extra there, and we got 4 extra there. 6 extras. I don't know, man. It's the length minus the length of this. Six minus 4, that's 2 extra. Okay. I don't know, man. I give up. I give up officially, Elite Whale. I'm gonna just oh, more help from Elite Whale. You also don't have to do everything in the same loop. It may be easier for you to count the duplicate good subarrays in a separate loop. If you know the length of an entire streak, you can count how many times a subarray of length x occurs within that streak. All right, I think I got to that point mentally, but here's where I'm blocked right now. It's, how do I know, how do I say this, man? Yeah, I guess, how do I know the subarray of a certain length? Like, how do I know I'm looking for a subarray of 4 length right here? I guess it's multiples of the length of the first thing that we find here. So it's like k divided by nums I, and that's like the minimum length that we need. And all multiples of this would be what? All right, I'm gonna try that, man. So I'm calculating everything right now, all of my streaks or whatever. And then now I have to find like how many extras. So if this is the minimum streak length, then I don't know, I guess from 1 to like some really large number. All right, so I'm going like this. I'm just keep adding, and then extras. How many extras here? Did I call it extras? Extra. So how many extra here would be the length of our streak minus the length of test. Maybe that might be off by 1. Let me see what's up. So if this is length 6, min streak is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus 5 plus 1. I'm just gonna do it, man. Plus 1. Where does this go wrong? Where did it go wrong? Netter, thank you very much for the follow. Man, what are they talking about here? Is it because of this? Oh, I never set previous either, right? There's some bugs for sure. Like, I'm gonna set previous here. And then here I gotta reset the streak. All right, 2, which is wrong, and 5, which is also wrong. Everything is wrong, man. Whew, too hard for me. But let's see, 3 and 1. So how do I get 1 for that streak thing? I see, because I don't see. Alright, Elite will officially give up, man. I think I can't think about this problem anymore. I'm just gonna give up and look at your solution if you have a solution for me. Wait, before your main loop, you can make a frequency map so that you know the length of each number's entire streak. If you have that entire streak length, you can calculate what you're looking for. All right, I'll try a little bit more, man. So maybe I just have bugs in this part. Let me just Control Z everything. And then you want me to make a frequency map for our streaks. Or whatever, streak counts, yeah? And then now, as we get the streaks, then when we break the streak, how do you do this part? Maybe I just set it every single time, man. Streak count of nums I equals streak. That way the most latest streak will always be in there. So then now we can find our extras somehow, you say, by just iterating over those things. And then we can figure out how many extras we got, man. And I think it's like k divided by the number. That's the minimum length. And then there's some type of math that I'm unsure about. All right, let me try and figure out the math, man. That's where I'm going wrong. So if like this is our twos, we have a 6 streak of twos. K equals 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 of the double twos. So there's 4 repeats. And then we have 4 of the quadruple twos. No. 1. We have 3 of the quadruple twos. And that's 2 repeats. So if it's, man, that should be all right, huh? I feel like I'm doing the same thing I was trying to do inside of this for loop, but maybe it's a little bit isolated to deal with bugs and whatnot. But how many duplicates do we have here? 6. Man, I should be able to figure this out, right, LeetWhale? But I can't. I don't know why my P brain isn't working. Four. Oh, wait. So every time I have to like double it, right? Because K equals 4. Like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. That can't work, can it? Yeah, that can work. Oh, I didn't get the whole thing, man. No, is that right? 4, 8, 12. Yeah. So, but this is no extra times. So we really have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra times for a streak of 6. Is it just however much the streak is? All right, but then if the streak is 6 and K is 4, it looks like there is 6 extra. But what if it was like K equals, I don't know. What if it was K equals 8? Then we'll need at least 4. And then 1, 2. So there's 2 repeats there. And then the next one, it would need like an 8 streak, which we don't have. So is it just the difference between this and this? No. I don't know, man. Just tell me. All right, I give up 100%, LeetWhale. Just tell me what to do, man. I can't do it anymore. It's like some elementary math, you know? Probably like some addition and subtraction, man. So this one, for sure, extra 4 times. This one, 2 times. It must be something with like the, all right, it must be that, man. So the minimum, it must be It's like, do I even get anything in here? No, I don't. Because I don't increment my streaks, man, or something. Where do I mess up? I don't set my previous. Should I just submit this? Is this an edge case? How the hell? Hold on, let me think why. Let me see what she's saying. You can iterate through each possible X length up to streak length. Check if num time X results in a goods array and calculate how many times that goods array is duplicated. Pank C6, what's happening? How is Google Core Info treating you? Just tuned in the first time in 2 years. Last time I was watching you, you were studying for my current Fang role. Pank C, I'm no longer at Google, man. I left a few months ago, so I left in November. Championship race, Fluffy, what's happening? Thank you for the reminder, man. Championship race, I don't have much time. We gotta do it real quick. Hey, Panksy, are you in core right now, you say? Or what? Or are you at Google? You just said Fang roll. I'm not sure where that means. Hey, Ricky Wong, thank you. Thank you. Fluffy is here, man. It's gonna be a crazy race. Hey, that LeetCode, Leet Whale, is too hard for me, man. I'm sorry I disappoint you. But Panksy, I'd say Google Core was alright while I was there. It was pretty chill, you know. I had a great work-life balance. Dang, Fluffy 110, Ricky Wong 137, and me 78. Thank you for the reminder, man. That was good. That was a good reminder. Brutal words, yeah. Everything's difficult on this site, man. Not good, but other Fang embedded DC engineer info. Interesting. Do you happen to be in the Bay or Seattle? No. I used to live in the Bay a few years ago. Probably last time Pank C was around, I was living in the Bay. I was looking at Google Next, but kept hearing mixed things. Hey, GCP is such a big org, man. I've also heard mixed things about Google Cloud. Because there are literally over 50,000 employees working in Google Cloud. So it's hard to just say the whole thing is the same culture. I know a few people in cloud, and some people say it's really great. Some people really like it. And then I've heard other people like absolutely hate cloud. So I think you won't actually know unless you have some great information about specific teams. Not even large orgs like that, man. Even within orgs, like some teams are really great, some teams are not that great. It's like a roll of the dice every time. Anyways, should I think about if this is an edge case, or let me see what's going on. Like, why is it time limit exceeded, man? It's because that streak is 0. I see. And then I need to do like streak count nums.back equals streak. streak count. When will Blaze Corp start recruiting? I don't know if I can ever make any money. I don't know if that's gonna happen though. Wait, why am I time exceeding, man? Because this min is going to 0. I see. I don't think this is right, but I'm about to give up, man. Dang. A lot more test cases than I thought. But I think I've tried this problem for far too long, and now the time is up. But LeetWhale says I'm close. Num times length mod k equals 0. Wait, what are you saying, LeetWhale? Where do I put that? For these streaks, like in here. Let me see what's different than what I'm doing. So you're saying start from length 1 up to until the streak length, and then if the number times length mod k. I think I see what you're saying, LeetWhale, but let me just have some time to digest it. Product idea, pinstripe blazer, where starting from the back of the blazer, there are white pinstripes, except at Fibonacci length intervals. It will be the algo blazer. That's a little bit too intense, Fluffy. I don't know if we gotta go get that custom made, man. All right, so you're saying we should go from that to the streak, and then we're calculating man, I don't know what you're saying here. The number time the length, num time x, mod k equals 0. What does that mean though? So if this is true, then we add some extras. But how do I know how many extras we got, you know? Calculate the number of dupes. X is the length of the subarray, yes. Num time x is the sum of the subarray, yes. We want to make sure the sum is good. Wait, what are you talking about? Or you're talking about, you're like explaining this. We want to make sure that the sum is good for that subarray. But yeah, how do you know how many extras in there? So if this is good, the extras is like the length minus x. I don't know, man. Is that something that looks right? I think that's what I was doing earlier. It might have been +1. It's crazy. No, man. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? That's all it was? That's crazy, LeetWhale. I hate duplicates, man. Anytime something with duplicates in there, it always trips me up, man. I mean, I see how this works now. I seen how it works the whole time. It was just really difficult for me to piece everything together, you know? Maybe it's because my memory is approaching my context limits. So just like the LLMs, man, when your context is full, you don't think as good. And maybe my context is just full right now and I just can't. I'm like making dumb decisions, you know? Struggles are real. Amazing throwback. Hey, that was one of I don't know, long man. Never mind. Sir Lord Good, do you think the AI bubble will burst soon? That's a loaded question, man. Are we in a bubble? I don't know. That question is like making me say that we're in a bubble if I don't think we're in a bubble. I don't know if we're in a bubble, you know. I'm no fortune teller, man. I'm no prophet. But if something, all right, I think if there's some crazy crash coming, I don't think it was because of some AI bubble popping. Maybe I think it's because of like some other events or, you know, some crazy events in the world happening. Little Pixel, I'll see you tomorrow, man. Have a good night. All right, I don't know what to do. I think my brain is a little mushy right now, man. That problem really took a lot of my thinking capacity out. I don't know if I was planning to try and hit 2 virtual contests, man, but I don't think I can hit another one. But wait, I didn't even see what out of came in that contest. Let's see. What's my rank? 3 out of 4. It doesn't even tell me what my rank would be, huh? Because I left too soon. You got sub 1K? Wait, how'd you see that, man? I didn't even see that. Oh, up there. 901? Dang, look at all my previous... my last 5 virtuals have been like the good old days, you know? If I hit these 5 in a row, I'd probably hit Guardian, man. But I also got some help with these. Maybe it's time for me to get back in the game. What do you say, Elite Whale? Should I actually do the contest this weekend? Risk it for the biscuit? Lose my night badge? I don't know. You think I'm finally ready to hit the cage again? Step into the octagon? No, I won't lose it? Nah, man. I might. It's a possibility. Hey, I don't know if I'll do it this weekend. I'm not gonna lie. But I'll think about it for sure. Hey, what do you think they're doing for maintenance here? You think they're trying to add some new features? Or what? They must be trying to do something. If multiverse simulation theory is correct, COVID is like a feature branch, AI is like a feature branch. Not sure if we merge to main yet, though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Everything is so crazy, it feels like, in this world today. I think they're trying to find new features to survive the AI tech boom. What? I'm excited. Like, man, I've been LLMing for the past 5 weeks full time, and I'm really excited about the possibilities. I think we're about to see some crazy software being developed over the next 2 years or so, 3 years maybe even less. Maybe in the next 1 year, we're gonna be seeing some insane amounts of software being developed, not only by me but by everybody out there, man. I'm planning on making tons of things, but we'll see if I can keep up the pace. And I think if I'm doing it, man, there's like hundreds of thousands of other people also doing it. Everyone is doing it. What do y'all think? Should I end stream early? I have a secret to tell you guys, man, but I don't know if I should say it. Maybe I'll just type it. Do you play any video games? I do. I'm playing Diablo 2 right now and Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Alright, you guys want to know the secret? Dang, is it a good idea to say this secret? Stop video. Wait, what? No. I'm not gonna say it, man. I'm not saying it out loud. Anyways, should I end early? Yeah, that's what's happening right now, man. Thank you, Elite Whale. Why am I here? I don't know, man. Because it's Wednesday. Wednesday is Algorithms Day. I don't want to skip Algorithms Day. Am I 50? Nah. I'm not that old. I'm getting there. I have a lot of gray beards and stuff, man. Anyways, I think maybe I might end stream early. Hey Brent, why don't you go online, man? Let's raid you or something, you know. Have you streamed lately, Brent? I feel like you've just been lurking around, not streaming. Let me check. I could just look you up. Not in the last 30 days. Too busy. Oh, dang. Samir. I am Samir here is on right now. Should we go raid him? Hey, Captain Planets, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Liquid Surya, thanks. Happy Wednesday. Hey, Panksy, thank you very much. Yeah, let's raid. I'm gonna take off early tonight, man. Like I did last time. But let's go raid. I am Samir here. He's doing LeetCode, so he's gonna carry on the session tonight, man. I'll be on tomorrow for vibe coding and Friday for vibe coding. And then this weekend I might take the contest. We'll see. All right, let's go raid. Let's go raid. I hope he stays on, man. Should we give him a warning? With some eyeballs? Anyways, nah, we'll just go raid. Q Ultima, Sir, Lord Good, Captain Planets, Elite Whale, Liquid Surya. Adios, amigos. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you so much, Elite Whale, for guiding me through that crazy problem. LeetCode. We're just talking about LeetCode. Who else? Han Sohai. See you later. Have a good night. Brent. Adios. Little Pixel. Panksy. Fluffy. Ricky Wong, have a good night. Everybody in here, all the people who are lurking, Dumpy Don. See you next time. Thank you very much for tuning in. Bob24 Moraine, Cheeto Worlds. Unix Pro 1970. Peace out. Adios, amigos. See you later, alligators. I'm about to go celebrate my birthday, man, with Blaise Pascal and my wife. See you.